You should have watched the first video on the rubric and what exactly a tessellation is, so now you know exactly what we're going to be doing for the final project, but this is how we get to the final project. Also, if you have not watched the video on how to use a ruler, I know it seems stupid, but you need to make sure that you watch you need to make sure that you know how to use a ruler, otherwise you're going to have a really hard time with this project. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to the things I'm going to need is I'm going to need a pencil, I'm going to need a ruler, and I'm going to need scissors for the first part, and then I'm eventually going to need an X-Acto knife and a piece of cardboard. So that's what eventually we're going to need. But right now, for this first part, all we need is a pencil, ruler, scissors. So what you're going to do to start out is go over here, and again, this ruler starts in a little bit. I'm going to want to go 3 inches in from the edge. I want my tessellation to, well, you could go 3 to 4 inches. So I would go either 3 to 4 inches for the size of your tessellation. For this one in particular, I think I'm going to go 4 inches just because I know eventually I'm going to be on a big piece of paper. So, and it's also easier when you go 4 inches to divide things up a little bit easier. So I'm going to go 4 inches that way, but then I also need to go 4 inches this way. So again, I'm going to line up my ruler here with the edge, and I'm going to go 4 inches from in there. So 4 inches. I also am going to come in a little bit, make sure that I put 2 dashes so that I know that I'm always lining it up. So 2 here, and then I'm going to make another one over here, up here. There you go. So now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to draw a line. I'm going to line up these 2 dashes. And then I'm going to have another one this way. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut this out. Now remember what 2 edges you cut on. I'm just going to mark right here, my 2 cut edges are going to be this one and this one. Just make it 2 little X's there so I remember which one I'm going to work on. So now you've got this square. What you're going to do next is you're going to come in about a 1/2 inch on every side. So I'm going to go right here. There's this. I'm going to come in about a 1/2 inch. 1/2 inch. And I'm going to do this over here. 1/2 inch. 1/2 inch. The 1/2 inch is this big line in between the one. Actually, oh, I'm sorry. I'm not doing the 1/2 inch. I'm doing a 1/4 inch. I want you doing a 1/4 inch. 1/4 inch. 1/4 inch. 1/4 inch. Ignore what I said about a 1/2 inch. It's a 1/4 inch from the outside. So the 1/4 inch is the one in between the start of the ruler and the 1/2 inch. It's right there. So now I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 of these little dashes. Each one's a 1/4 inch from the side. Okay, so now I've got these little dashes in here. These will come into play a little bit later. Now what I want to do is I'm just going to start messing around and make my tessellation. Now I again marked the 2 edges that I cut on. Those are the ones I'm usually going to want to do. Keep the straight edges out. All right, don't touch the straight edges yet. So the 2 edges that I had cut are this one and this one. So don't make this too complicated, meaning like don't do like a bunch of jagged edges and things like that. You're going to drive yourself nuts. I find the best tessellations have a mixture of more organic or smooth edges along with some geometric, which are like jagged edges. So I'm going to start. I don't want to start from the end. That's why I put these little 1/4 inch marks here. Don't start here. Start here. Okay? Like, don't go to the end. Come into that 1/4 inch mark that we just made. And now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to come in here and I'm going to make a little bit of geometric, or I'm sorry, organic. Now I'm going to put some geometric. And then again, I'm going to end right there. So I started a 1/4 inch in and I end a 1/4 inch in. Don't go all the way to the edge. All right? So just started right there. Now, you're going to draw another piece over here. Have it come in a little bit. Don't just do right on the edge, otherwise it's going to be pretty boring. You want to make sure that whatever you're drawing does not overlap what you've done here. So don't come in here and draw this way. That's not going to work. So again, I'm going to start here at the 1/4 inch in, right here. Okay, and I'm going to just make another. And I'm going to go out at the 1/4 inch mark right there. So 1/4 inch, 1/4 inch, 1/4 inch, 1/4 inch. They're done. All right. This is all I'm going to do for today. This is all I'm going to do for the first part. I'm actually going to go over it in marker in case you guys can't see it. Nice and dark. That is what I'm going to cut out with X-Acto knives. There you go. All right, so at this point, I want you guys to watch the video if you have not yet on X-Acto knife safety, and we'll move on to the next step.